Hello, my crafty clan, and welcome to another edition of Etsy News. It's a Saturday, so it's a roundup of everything that's happened for the week, the news from Etsy, the speculations, whatever is out there. So let's dive right into it. Firstly, this week, Etsy has released their trend report for 2024. Now, I always dive into this usually in the beginning of January, so I'll be making a full video on this, where I pull together not just what Etsy's predicting, but Pinterest, Hobbycraft, Pantone, just everybody. I'll pull it all together to see if we can get an idea of what's going to be trending for the year. Oh, and another thing, let me know. I had an idea that I could maybe go back to the beginning of this year's trend report and see how I did, how the trends actually, well, how I did and how Etsy did, how the trends panned out for the year. If that would be something that interests you, let me know in the comments. But Etsy's unveiled its trend predictions and the colour of the year. I don't think they've ever done it at the same time before. I might be mistaken. They're saying romance takes centre stage. I won't dig too much into this, but yes, there's a whole lot of romantic things. So I was worried what the colour of the year was going to be, but I needn't have. Etsy's colour of the year is berry, and I am of course loving it. So Etsy's 2024 colour of the year perfectly complements the theme of romance. I'm not sure, I suppose it's a kind of pink colour, but they're talking about floaty romantic stuff and then berry. It combines rich reds and blue tones. Yeah, it's a kind of magenta. But Etsy's saying they've seen searches for hot pink decor declining by 58%. So they think that's making room for this more relaxed and more romantic shade, deeper than pink but softer than red. Magenta, there's a name for it. Anyway, berry is versatile hue that'll carry through seasons and adds a welcome pop of colour. And I think absolutely that is a good way to look at it. You can see in what they've picked out of the things, it is mainly a pop of I've got bedding in that colour. But apart from that, like earrings and statement necklace, a statement ring or something in a pop of that would work with many different outfits, or a hat, a scarf, a jumper, a t-shirt, shoes. One item with a more neutral rest of the outfit can look really good. It really does stand out beautifully against black or against white. I'm not going to lie there. Now, for colours of the year, you can use them if they fit your branding, if the idea of this fits. Now, if you are making items in a range of colours and you could add berry as one of your colours, absolutely go for it if it works for what else you're selling. Equally, if you take, say, your wedding photography or your skincare, something is in a beautiful pale, white tones. It's very restful. You could have a pop of something with this colour in the background that ties together your whole shop because everything looks the same. And it's also something, this colour works for me if you look at that hat in the middle, if you think of a search page covered in lots of fairly plain things, your eye is going to be drawn to that pop of colour. So it's kind of good. I think Etsy didn't do bad, but if it doesn't work for you, don't use it. And this week also Pantone released their colour of the year, and I will say everywhere I've shared it so far, well, let me know what you think in the comments first of all, but everywhere I've shared this so far, it's been about 95% of people are either meh to actively disliking this. It's called Peach Fuzz. It's a sort of pale skin tone colour. That's about all I can call it. Some people are saying it reminds them of 80s. Their grandma had walls painted in that colour. In the UK, I think we were still on Magnolia, which was a little bit lighter than that, but I can see where that's coming from. It's not beige, it's not pink, it's not peach. That's not peach colour. But anyway, it's called Peach Fuzz, which is also hilarious because peach fuzz is generally what you call the unwanted hair on your face, or if a young guy is trying to grow his first beard, people would make fun of him by saying, "What, that peach fuzz?" So it's not a good name. I don't think it's a great colour. Someone else also pointed out, and they're so right, the colour is a bit reminiscent of a sticking plaster, a band-aid, or stick, whatever you call it in your country. They've all gone out of my mind just now. So it's not exactly ideal, although it could work for some, like you could paint a wall that color and have that as a background. Some people are using it in designs. If it works for you, use it. I won't be is about all I can say. I don't see a future with peach fuzz in it for me. Yeah. No. And I wanted to share with you, I got my first scammer. We've talked about scam emails a lot, and what has been happening is it's mainly been new sellers that have been getting them because they're, sad to say, easier to fall for it. Because if you've never had an email before from Etsy staff, getting an email that says it's from Etsy staff does look official. But it's not. First of all, see over on the right here where it says Etsy staff. If this was really from Etsy staff, underneath it, it would say this person works for Etsy. Also, the avatar, the orange circle with the white Etsy in it, that is just something someone's made in Photoshop. That's where you put you upload your own picture. But if it was from Etsy staff, overlapping on the top right hand side of that, there would be another circle, an orange circle with a white E in it. And that is something you can't make up in Photoshop because you can't overlap outside the area of what Etsy's given us. So, dear seller, we received a complaint from a customer that he was unable to order your product. Please enter your email in this chat to receive a customized form to verify your store. No, that's not from Etsy. A customer would more likely message me with the issue. Unable to order your product. Yeah, that's not going to be a thing. If Etsy was glitching, they wouldn't need my email. They have my email. If they needed to verify my store, there would be big banners on my dashboard telling me what to do. So that is not true. Please don't fall for that. And if you do, if you've given your email address, as far as I can tell, they want your email address so they can email you, because they can't send you links to things in the Etsy chat. So they want to take you off of Etsy where you're not protected by Etsy. Then they'll email you a form that will probably ask for your bank details. So please don't. If you have fallen for this, if you've given your email and they've emailed you, make sure you've got two-factor authentication for everything in your Etsy shop. Check everything's safe with your email and all of that. And the other thing is, you might go onto a scammers list somewhere as someone who has interacted with scammers. So, hey, they might be a soft touch. So you might see an influx in other things. But overall, not a massive deal, just so long as all your passwords are safe and everything. But if you filled in your bank details, if you've given card details, anything like that, contact your bank. That's about all I can say there. I know some people have been hit with this, so it bears repeating as many times as will help people see it. And it does seem, if they're messaging me, they're messaging some even bigger sellers. They're getting desperate. They've hit all the newbies. They're trying to catch everybody. So if you get the email, don't be surprised. It is a scam. One other thing, I haven't even made a slide for this. People are freaking out and saying, well, they're saying it's a top pet supplies shop. It doesn't look like it. It's maybe a pet themed, but it's a designs for print-on-demand items. They're saying, oh, this Topshop's been closed down. And I went there and the shop does say the seller's not selling on Etsy at the moment. That is not vacation mode. If you're on vacation mode, it will say the seller's taking a short break just now, which is a different thing. But there will be lots of sellers taking a short break just now. I'm one of them, because I've shut my shop down now for that's it for the year. But yeah, don't be freaking out. With the millions of sellers that are on Etsy, some will be getting shut down because they're doing wrong things. That is very common. But not very common in that there are millions of sellers. Millions aren't being shut down. Hundreds are being shut down. Some will be being shut down in accident, and hopefully Etsy will reinstate them. But also, some big shops leave. And it's perfectly acceptable to do that. Some get big enough that they've built up their own website. They don't need Etsy anymore. So don't freak out if a shop you've been following suddenly shuts down. Could be for a multitude of reasons. But anyway, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the news or if there was anything I've missed for this week. And I will see you next time.